Really quick before the video starts, I want you all to go over to my TikTok and just go like those top videos. Basically, the hashtags for hashtag ldoe and hashtag Frostborn got stolen, and I'm trying to reclaim them. Anywho, onto the video. Welcome back, everybody, to a Season 19 What We Know So Far breakdown style video. So, in this video, I'm going to go over every teaser that they've released about Season 19, sort of break it all down, and try and piece something together. Now, before I start this video, let's get the obvious out of the way first. One, I have not played the update. If I had played the update, I would have made a video on it. I mean, ldoe YouTube is long dry, so second, I know the last video said Lunar New Year's having beavers in it. Yeah, that was for Frostborn. My first reaction is, but my second reaction is, you should try Frostborn. Now I know I sound like JCF, or at least their updates aren't as bad, or I usually find myself not as disappointed. Maybe it's because I barely play, but I do find myself enjoying the way they explore their updates. I think it's worth reiterating here in this video because more people are probably gonna be around to hear it. Frostborn alphas are done so incredibly well. Okay, anyhow, last day on Earth, what you need to know about Season 19. So, first and foremost, let's put up this teaser. Hey everyone, you got it right. We're going to celebrate Lunar New Year in this upcoming update, so it's time to light up lanterns. But the celebration and a meeting with Mulan are not the only things to expect from this update. Now, immediately we can see right there, Lunar New Year is the upcoming update. Lunar New Year takes place, I believe it's like Monday or Tuesday of the start of the week. You'll see it up on the screen. That might be a time frame for when ldoe would release the updates. Obviously, it's a little weird for ldoe to release an update about Lunar New Year 3 weeks after real life Lunar New Year, I would think, right? So we can reasonably infer that it's probably around whenever the real life date is up on the screen. Second off, in one of my earlier videos, I mentioned that ldoe said there would not be a mid-season update. Now, I know this looks like it's going to be a mid-season update from this initial teaser, but ldoe specifically answered, will there be a mid-season update? And they specifically answered no. If they answered trying to dodge the question or something like that, then I would be a little bit more suspicious and a little more wary of what would happen. But they specifically made a point to say, no, the mid-season update is not coming. So I can reasonably infer that this is going to either be A, a season, or B, an actual update. Like how they used to do multiplayer updates as just standalone updates that aren't necessarily seasons. Do I think that it's probably going to be a season? Well, if you think about it, this Lunar New Year stuff is temporary, right? It doesn't make sense to be celebrating Lunar New Year in October because that's not when Lunar New Year is. So I can probably guess it would be a season because seasons tend to be temporary, just like holidays are temporary, if that makes any sense. Now, with the next teaser, we can see, obviously, they mentioned Mulan in the previous one, so we see Mulan. And then second off, we see the Lonely Elder from, I forget which year it is because they keep reusing stuff, but the Lonely Elder with the Silent Abode event. Now, if you haven't seen my videos on those events, I'd highly recommend you watch those videos, because ldoe has a small habit of reusing event locations. I would look at my own videos for those. I'll link them in the comments down below or something like that. And then some other teasers I feel the need to mention. The next one, they say, the most dangerous enemy falls before the one who sees a victory, but it takes superiority in the art of combat over the crowd. And then for the video, they play a video almost like the old one with the PD rotating, which is kind of cool. And I really like that style, and that cinematic smoothness is so incredibly well done. I wonder if this is going to be an ldoe fake ad kind of thing. Well, I guess maybe this is the real part of the game? I don't know. But we do see at the end of the video, there's Nyan back. So, and then the next teaser is literally just an armor teaser. I really don't think there's anything to read into here. But for clarity, they say, the soul of a warrior lives inside each of us. Yet, not many manage to awaken it. Are you one of them? At everyone. Now, this literally has just an armor teaser, and it's like the Chinese armor from years ago. I still have mine in the game because they've brought it back so many times. I'm sure a lot of people have it. I think it was a free gift one of these years, so it's probably pretty common. I'm assuming they're going to bring it back again, or they wouldn't be teasing it. I went over both of these teasers in previous videos. Because this is a video, everything to really think about in this video, they teased a couple of other things. This was posted on the 13th of January, so quite a long time ago, and it was sort of like an archaeologist. I don't think this has anything to do with the season. At least archaeology and New Year's don't seem to tie together. At least it doesn't make sense. So Camp Crystal Lake, as they've mentioned in a previous teaser, I don't think also ties to Lunar New Year. So I don't think that would be coming, or we would have seen a lot more frequent teasers about Camp Crystal Lake now. We wouldn't be seeing teasers about Lunar New Year, Lunar New Year, Lunar New Year armor. We would see something like maybe a finished model, or like a rock, or a character sitting at Camp Crystal Lake. But we don't have that, so I don't think that that will be coming in the next update either. And then they have a treadmill, and again, I think this is probably just going to be a base decoration at your base. I know the caption, they say that a developer set up one at his place, and he got thinking about new mechanics and running the London Marathon and something like that. But does that make sense within the ldoe context from what we've got so far? Put the ldoe realism filter on it. Yes, I brought that back again. It's so important to these videos and so important to Last Day on Earth teasers. Do you think if Last Day on Earth were to entirely revamp the energy system, do you think that they would announce that prior to it? Now, I'm sure there's going to be the skeptics in the comments who would tell me, no, ZD, they would want to keep that a surprise. But I would disagree, because the energy system has been something so stable and so constant in Last Day on Earth that everyone is just sort of used to. Kind of like the wall trick. If they attempted to change the wall trick, people would get really angry. So they would announce that prior to any cheeses or changes or any of that. So I don't think an energy revamp is reasonable to assume would be coming in the next updates. Anywho, that's pretty much all we have in terms of update related information. To reiterate, though, the update Real Life Day is coming up very, very soon. So I think we can expect an update sometime soon. I don't want to give a definite date. If you think about it, it has to make sense that they'd have to position an update centered around Lunar New Year, right? It just reasonably makes sense. Also, a bunch of other games have released their updates around this time, and ldoe has a habit of copying that, like Frostborn's open beta test, and some other games have done that. So I think that the ldoe update will be coming soon. As always, you're going to want to stay subscribed to this channel. I'll do a video when the official update drops and all of that and break everything down. Stay tuned for that one. I'll probably compare it with the Frostborn Lunar New Year too, because it looks like both of these games are doing Lunar New Year updates. And I don't know, it's kind of hard to top beavers. If you made it this far into the video, comment beaver in the comments. I just think it would be funny to confuse any ldoe. Subscribe, ZD out.